Hello, lovely people. I'm Fallon, and welcome to our channel, The Content Promoter, featuring anything luxurious and composed of an all-female team. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe so you will never miss out on any of our interesting and luxurious content. Today's video is a part of our 3-video content featuring Cathie Wood, a key personality in the world of finance and investment. In this video, we will focus on her backstory before she became successful. But before we get started, I want to encourage you to follow her full story of rags to a luxurious life by watching this video and our other 2 videos. We will leave the links in the description below for you. Los Angeles is on its way to becoming the second largest city in the United States. 3,000 people relocate to Los Angeles each month. One of them is Cathie Wood's parents. They left Ireland during the prosperous 1950s and moved to Los Angeles. As a radar engineer in the U.S. Air Force, Cathie's father inspires her to think like an engineer. And I believe that Cathie has always had a great admiration for him. Cathie's family frequently moves throughout the United States as a result of the frequent changes in deployment locations, which exposes her to a variety of viewpoints and people while also fostering her capacity for change. Cathie Wood earned the top grade in her high school class and received admission to the University of California. Being the oldest and the child of immigrants, Cathie said, "I was very afraid as I went into college that, I had to carry the mantle for the family, and so I approached it with a great deal of trepidation." The Woods family, like the majority of middle-class families in the difficult 1970s, struggled financially as a 9.3% statewide unemployment rate congested local unemployment offices. Approximately 920,000 Californians are currently unemployed. Cathie must, therefore, work part-time to cover her tuition. Cathie hopes to follow in her father's footsteps and pursue a career in science or technology. However, he advised against it because he thinks his daughter will do better as a businesswoman. Cathie then decides to pursue a career in economics and finance in the hopes of one day being able to give her family more financial support. She took classes from renowned economist Arthur Laffer while in college. Laffer gained notoriety for his maximization of tax revenue theory. She was profoundly influenced by Laffer's teaching, which is why she continues to be a strong supporter of the idea that tax cuts will encourage innovation, which will then spur economic growth. Cathie works extremely hard and is very intelligent. She rose to become the best student in her school. After she graduates, Laffer helps this quiet girl land a lucrative job because he recognizes her immense potential. Cathie joined Capital Group as an economist assistant. In the early 1980s, Capital Group was one of the biggest investment firms, with assets worth tens of billions of dollars. Cathie Wood's career is booming, but after 3 years, she is hired as a chief economist by another investment firm, JENNISON Associates in New York. She is a mere 25 years old. At that time, JENNISON Associates was a fledgling investment firm. The U.S. economy is at a turning point, according to Cathie Wood, the country's chief economist. It was at the time when Secretary Connolly was given the order to temporarily suspend the dollar's ability to be converted into gold or other reserve assets, with the exception of amounts and circumstances that were deemed to be in the best interests of the United States and monetary stability. The U.S. economy had one of its worst decades during the 1970s. All of that was about to change by 1980. In a public speech, Reagan declared this. At that time, the market was very wary of Reagan's economic policy because it had not been put to many tests Many people think that rigging will cause the economy to permanently collapse, but Cathie Wood disagrees. Henry Kaufman, a critic of the Reagan administration, foresaw that the dollar and interest rates would soar in 1981 due to the president's economic policies. Dr. Doom, Henry Kaufman, served as Salomon Brothers' chief economist. Reagan's economic strategy didn't seem to be working for the first few years, and it was very common to criticize him. Someone even tried to kill him. So many people agreed with Kaufman's assertions, except for Cathie Wood. She thoroughly examines her data and discovers evidence that refutes Kaufman's assertion. Wood challenges him by arguing that interest rates have peaked and may even go down. But being a young woman in finance, Cathie Wood was undoubtedly a constant underdog, even from the start. But she was correct. Inflation had decreased to 5% by October 1982, and long-term interest rates had started to decline. The Federal Reserve, or Fed, permitted the federal funds rate to drop back to 9%. Cathie Wood's professional career is soaring as America emerges from the economic depression of the 1970s. She advanced through the ranks, and by 1998, she was JENNISON's managing director. Cathie Wood has developed a career at JENNISON after 18 years there, something most people can only hope for. She managed to do that while raising 3 kids. And at the age of 54, Cathie Wood has made more money than 99.9% of Americans, enough to retire for life. Cathie Wood's estimated net worth of $140 million is significantly lower than the $400 million it was in the previous year, and far below the $215 million threshold needed to qualify for this year's top 100. Her majority ownership stake in her company is worth about $125 million, according to Forbes. The remainder is made up of her estimates for her personal investments in personal real estate. Separate cryptocurrency investments, she has predicted that the price of Bitcoin will surpass $1 million by the end of the decade, and ARK's funds. So what kind of luxurious life Cathie would have? What kind of luxury house she and her family has or have? Well, we search for an answer on Google, but we can't find any. If you know anything about it, feel free to comment it down below. And that's a wrap for today's feature segment. Remember, it's just one of the 3 videos that will cover the life of Cathie Wood. So be sure to watch the other 2 to get an idea of how she had her luxurious investment today. With that, subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on any of the videos when we upload them. If you enjoyed this video, we'd appreciate it if you would click the like button below. Thanks for watching. Again, I'm Fallon, and I'll see you soon.